You may not like what I have to say, but it needs to be said by the only person who seems to think this. Out of everything that I've seen, good morning and or good afternoon and or good night to everybody who's watching. Please subscribe. Stay a while. KD's injury is his fault. Blame gets put on Warriors organization. Do not think otherwise. I'm not giving them. They don't get a scapegoat out of this. They have a dog in this fight. That dog is limping. That dog is somewhat dying. But KD's dog has been Thanos snapped completely. That boy don't exist. He is dust. I'm gonna tell you why I think this. If somebody gives you, basically, they've got a whole block of cocaine cheddar, and they're all like, oh bro, you gotta try this, man. This is real great right here. And you're all like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And they're like, but you're missing out, man. You're missing out, bro. Like, this would be a great time if you had some of this too. I am destroyed. It would be better if you're destroyed too. He's like, okay, hospitalized. Now your whole family is like, what the hell were you doing? And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, it's my fault. But he gets no part of the blame or something. It's all me. Would people then go and tar and feather him? Or wait till that guy gets better and be like, you're a dummy. And you should feel like a dummy. That's how I feel with this KD situation. A lot of you will argue that they clear him. They give the power to play him or not. They didn't have to play him. They didn't have to do that, but they let him. They put him in a bad situation. I argue, yes, you are somewhat correct, but does that change the idea that you had? Is that no longer trash if you can play or if you can't? Because I still think it's trash. Had they had stopped him anyway, it would have still been trash. You are still a dummy for wanting to play. And for a lot of you are like, well, they didn't properly diagnose him. This man gets MRIs. He has access to MRIs whenever he can. He has access to X-rays, CAT scans, with whatever, damn gallbladder, catheter if needed. All of these available to him. And yeah, it may be expensive, but the man is worth hundreds of millions at this point. Our healthcare and his healthcare don't equate. His healthcare is better. So he can get this at any time. There is no way you do not know about the injury that you have right now. And knowing this, even with practice sessions, even with shoot-arounds, even when your physical therapist and the athletic trainer of the team say, no, you're like, I can do this. No, you're dumb. Dummy. You went out there when you didn't have to, and you paid the price. This is bad. This is real bad. He's an amazing player. He will go down as one of the greatest. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to be mean to him at all or be like, oh, in this moment, why are you saying it's his fault? If you were in this situation, if anyone close to you or you yourself made a situation or made this decision, would they not be penalized in any other type of facet? If you get in a car with a guy that says, I'm going to rob a bank, he robs a bank, where you're like, whoa, I don't know, you're still an accomplice. Are people going to say, well, you knew this and you still stayed in the car? You could have got out and called the police or something. It's just hard to, and the free agency has been completely changed. The NBA landscape has been completely changed. Now, even if he were to still go to the Knicks and the Knicks sign him, nobody's going to go to the Knicks now. Apparently, KD and Kyrie were a package deal. They were rubbing shoulders together like, oh, you want to go here? Oh, I'll follow you. And Kyrie was like, I will follow you to the ends of the earth, man. He's not going to do that now. He'll just be there by himself with a somewhat young core average group. That's even worse than the situation that you're in the Celtics. And the situation that you're in the Celtics is only bad because you made it bad mostly. Then Anthony Davis, they were going to trade him and get them to... That's worse than the Pelicans, because the Pelicans got somewhat good players that were injured. You're going to the Knicks where there's no one really there to lose just because why? It's the Knicks. It's New York. It's one of the most storied franchises. No. So nobody's going there. And you didn't get Zion. So you failed and took multiple L's. And KD himself takes an L because I guarantee you he will not be playing next year. And if he is playing next year, it will be towards the end, if not in the playoffs for wherever he decides to go. And he will get a max no matter what. Somebody is going to give him a max. They're like, look, don't matter. Give him a max. Pay him. Though you still pay him. I don't care. That's KD we're talking about. He's going to get paid. He's going to get the bag. But what Riley from Boondocks, it stays to this day. It still matters. At what point does personal responsibility come into play? I see piss coming, I move. She see piss coming, she stay. It's still your fault. Oh, but she's a minor. It's still your fault. You're a dummy. You made a dumb decision. You're bad. You're bad. Yeah, she's a minor. Parents get blamed as well. But you made a cognitive decision that you somewhat knew was wrong, but you did it anyway. It's like, I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's not proper thinking. And you kind of paid the price for it. Still an amazing player. I'm not taking anything away from KD in this situation, but people cannot force you to do something that you don't want to do. I mean, yeah, they could put a gun up to your head. They can threaten your family, this and that. It was like, everyone has a choice. You can still make a choice. Be like, kill him. I'm not doing it. Kill me. I'm not doing it. Nobody can really force it. Of course, that doesn't work with most people. If somebody puts a gun up to someone's head, they're going to do what they say to save their loved ones. But in matters of lesser circumstance, nobody can force you to do anything. Nobody can make you think anything. Nobody forced KD to go out there. Nobody made him surmise in his head and made Inception, basically. What, that they haven't, the actual movie, they went into his subconscious on 4 different levels and then made him, and then they came out and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play injured. No! They didn't do that. He still made that decision of his own volition. Or do any of you agree with that? Is anyone going to point the finger at him? But they're going to point at the Warriors. Warriors still get blamed. Bob Myers like, my fault. I knew I shouldn't have, but I want that ring. I need that 3-peat. Blame me, not him. Blame me. You get blamed and he gets blamed. Nobody gets out of this blameless. Everyone. Apparently, even some Warriors players were somewhat questioning the validity or the legitimacy of his injury. They get blamed. Everyone gets an L in this situation. We have to be honest. We have to be neutral. We have to be unbiased. I think this. As great of a player as he is and stuff, a lot of people just would not play under those circumstances, even if they had the ability to. Other people don't. Kobe played on a torn Achilles and still got free throws. He snapped that crap. He was on the ground. They were like, no, we got to get you out. He's like, I ain't going nowhere till I hit these free throws. What you think this is? Man, hit them free throws. Man is a Mamba. That's Mamba mentality. Jalen Rose, he said he played with a broken hand. That hand remains hurt to this day when it gets cold outside. He's got metal, he's got stitches and everything else. He was like, I'd have done it again. I bet you that right now. If that had ended up badly and you had messed up your career, you still get blamed. That's not as much their fault as it is yours. Now, if any of you in any way, shape, or form agree with this, or if you think you're wrong or I'm wrong, and you just want to tear the place down and choke me through the video, I would like to hear that. We need public discourse, back and forth. I'd love to hear everybody's opinions on the matter. And I thank you all for watching. I will holler at you later. As soon as I